I want to stop getting angry at my children. Every time you think that, do you find yourself repeating this cycle? I did it again. I can't be a gentle mom. Maybe it's not the anger itself that hurts the most, but the regret that comes afterward and the fear of how it might affect your child. That's why you want this cycle to end. Assalamu alaikum. This is Nuna. Today I want to organize something very practical, based on Islamic teachings. When you want to stop getting angry, where should you actually start? Let me begin with the conclusion. The first step is learning how to return after anger. This is the starting point for truly reducing anger over time. If you want to stop getting angry, I recommend working through these 3 steps, in this order. First, learning how to return after you've already reacted. Second, learning how to let anger pass without expressing it. Third, learning how to notice anger before it comes out. In this video, we will focus only on the first step. A lot of advice online focuses on things like notice your anger before it happens, or how to suppress anger. Those are the second and third steps. But in real life, many of us realize too late. By the time we notice, our voice is already raised. We've already yelled. And then afterward, we think, I did it again. I'll never change. What often gets skipped is the most important first step, what you do after anger comes out. In Islam, returning to a calm state does not mean forcing yourself to calm down alone. There is a teaching in the Quran that addresses what to do after a bad reaction has already happened. Idfar billati hiya ahsan. Respond to a bad reaction with what is better. Notice this carefully. This verse does not say, don't feel anger. It speaks to the moment after a negative reaction has already occurred. You got angry. You spoke harshly. What comes next is not denial and not endless self-blame. It is this: overriding the moment with a better action, lowering your voice and speaking again, reaching out to your child, actively repairing the relationship. In Islam, returning does not mean forcing your emotions to disappear. Hearts return to calm when relationships are repaired. Let me briefly explain this from a brain perspective. After anger, if the relationship remains broken, the brain still senses danger. But when the relationship is repaired, the brain recognizes safety. And when safety is restored, the emotional intensity naturally comes down. This is why the first step is not emotional analysis. The first step is repairing the relationship. So today's practice is just one thing. If you get angry, do one action that repairs the relationship. For example, say, that was a strong tone earlier. Gently hug your child. Or step away briefly and come back to talk again calmly. It doesn't have to be perfect. Your words don't have to be eloquent. The goal is not to justify yourself. The goal is to return the relationship to safety. Getting angry does not mean your parenting has failed. You can always begin again from the moment you try to return. In the next video, we'll build on this foundation and talk about how to let anger pass without expressing it outwardly. We are human beings. We don't need to aim for perfection. Step by step, let's take this in the right order. May Allah make it easy for us. Allahu ma'aki da'iman. Allah is always with you. Salam.